Hey everybody, welcome to Britpop's React. You're with me, BP1
Hello.
and BP2. It's Coronation Day.
Thanks for
here
popping in
the UK.
Yes,
That's the reason
this young man.
we're dressed normally. So we've got
Yes.
the King Charles III today.
Yes.
Long-awaited coronation here in the UK.
For him.
Since obviously, yeah, for him, since forever.
Since he was about 3. Yes.
You know, obviously his mother, Queen Elizabeth, passed away last year, and this year is his coronation. So a joyous day for Britain and us
Yes.
Brits having a new king
Yep.
crowned. Looks very good. Looked amazing actually. Didn't he today?
It was. I mean, the coverage has been on all morning here. I mean, it looked fantastic. I mean, a lot of effort put into it. You can tell that the rehearsals have been going on during the night. So many armed forces personnel, police presence, security staff. Oh man, it just went on and on and on, didn't it? But I mean, it ran smooth as clockwork. So you know, props to everybody out there that was involved in it. It looked amazing.
Yeah. So we thought today we'd just share some highlights, and we can chat around it as as we see it.
Yep.
So yeah, let's do it. Should we just get straight into it?
Okay.
A few of these highlights. So we got it in sort of, obviously it's not too much on the internet just yet, but we found this little highlights reel which we're just going to throw out, and we'll chat through it as we go as well. So let's start at the beginning. There we go.
Okay.
Obviously this is King Charles entering Westminster Abbey. Quite loud, yeah.
Yes,
I'll drop
quite
it down
loud.
a little bit.
So yeah, the Westminster Abbey. So here, this will be the 40th time a sovereign has been crowned at the Westminster Abbey. First one was William the Conqueror in 1066 on Christmas Day.
Wow.
Popular venue. Don't get used that often for the coronations, though.
Will you solemnly promise and swear to govern the peoples of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, your other realms and the territories to any of them belonging or pertaining?
I mean, what was interesting
according to their respective laws and customs.
is he made it quite clear that he is
I solemnly promise so to do.
to serve and not
which I have here
be
before
served.
promised, I will perform and keep. So help me God.
Quite a long ceremony, wasn't it?
It was, yes. And
Lots
then
of
they go
songs.
off. Lots of songs, uplifting.
Quite an ancient ceremony. It's not the sort of things you see,
No.
so much. Quite ancient, quite very religious ceremony as well. Very
religious, very
Christian,
traditional. Yeah, very traditional. Nice signature there. Eh?
So this is where they undressed Charles, didn't they? And then he got screened, didn't he? So he had to go behind the screen.
That's known as the private anointment.
Yeah.
But this is known as a private anointment, which isn't shown at all, and then he gets sort of anointed in oils and things like that with a traditional spoon going back hundreds of years. So it's a very
you could see it as well afterwards. You could see the oil on his head, and it was in the shape of a cross, wasn't it?
Yep.
So here he got the I think it's more of like a priestial outfit gown. What a gown it was.
I know.
Pretty spectacular in gold, wasn't it?
Yes.
Receive these spurs, symbols of military honor and chivalry, that you may be a brave advocate.
See, this is particularly ancient for me,
Yep.
And that's Penny Mordaunt. She's actually the MP for Portsmouth, which is where I'm from.
Presenting the scepter, and then
with the sword.
Token of the Lord's protection, embracing you on every side.
And there's a future king, Prince William, his
Yeah.
son, giving him the robe with the orb.
Receive this
Orb.
set under the cross, and remember
Lots of
always
different
the
accessories.
kingdoms of
Accessories,
the
yeah, I was going to say we had
are within
orbs,
the kingdom
swords,
of our God,
scepters,
spurs.
spurs, rings,
Make it a good little action man set.
glove here as well. I think this was from the Sikh community.
Wow. Don't want to rip it. That's a few hundred years old, probably.
That you may
Imagine
hold
it.
authority with gentleness and grace, trusting not in your own power, but in the mercy of God. Receive the royal scepter, the ensign of kingly power.
You get
and
quite a
justice.
lot, don't you? But what I was quite impressed with is everything sparkled, didn't it?
Oh yeah. Well, they've had a few years to sort of get it tip-top shape, haven't they? Let's be fair.
True. I mean, this was the iconic moment, wasn't it?
Yep. I mean, yeah. I mean, that is a photo opportunity there, isn't it?
And this is the imperial state.
No, this is the St. Edward crown.
This is the St. Edward crown. Yes. Sorry.
Yes.
St. Edward crown.
Yep.
Yes.
So this was wrought by the royal goldsmith Robert Viner in 1661 for the occasion of Charles II coronation. Solid gold frame crown weighs £5, studded with 444 precious gems.
Wow. That is.
So it's a bit of a heavy one. So, like you say, you mentioned earlier, didn't you? You mentioned the imperial crown. Tell them why.
Because it's a lot lighter.
Yes.
For one reason.
Yes,
he can't
Ruth
actually
said it was
wear
very
that.
heavy as well.
Yeah, he can't wear that for very long at all.
Pledge my loyalty to you, and faith and truth I will bear unto you, as your liege man of life and limb. So help me God.
All right, Dad.
That's it, yeah. All right, Dad. And this is quite a poignant moment, you know. Just sort of had to touch the crown and then give him a kiss on the cheek.
Yep.
And that's that moment where, you know, it's quite private at that point, isn't it? Here we've got Queen Consort Camilla.
Yep.
Becoming queen. Not quite the same ceremony for Camilla.
May thy
so the crown of Queen Mary is a consort crown made in 1911.
and with all princely
She was desperate to touch that all the way through.
Yes.
King of love, that being certain of thy protection, she may be crowned with thy gracious favour, through Jesus Christ our Lord.
Okay, so quite a bit of the ceremony, yeah.
Yeah, well, we've got most of the ceremony, and then we'll show you a bit about the crowds afterwards.
Yeah.
We'll follow up with that. But yeah, I mean, this
Not easy to sort of, you know, hit the dance floor in that, is it?
Mate, no.
Oh, that must have sent shivers down his spine.
Oh yeah, I mean the national anthem. Prince Louis there and Charlotte, Princess of Wales. Yeah.
When can I take this bloody crown off?
I think so. Yeah. I think
Yeah,
it was a long
like-
old session, wasn't it? I mean, you know, fair play to everybody there.
Yeah.
For that. So that
Young,
was the
you know,
that was the ceremony.
Had some youngsters and everything in there. Yep. Okay.
Okay, so that was the bit about obviously our new king getting coronated in Westminster Abbey, and then after that, he comes out into the gold coach, which is pretty spectacular. The gold stage coach.
Yes.
It's a real wow moment, wasn't it? When watching that when he was coming out, I was just thinking, wow, this is so impressive. So we'll just let this run in the background whilst we chat, shall we?
Yes. So as you mentioned earlier, he turned up in the Jubilee coach.
He did,
and he left in the Gold State coach. All previous monarchs have said that this coach here is the most uncomfortable coach ever.
Yeah.
It's only got a single spring on it, and it waves around. One of them said that it was like being in a rough sea at night, you know. Queen Elizabeth herself said, you know, she found it very uncomfortable. And they think this is the reason why also Charles sort of cut the route a lot shorter. I think the Queen, you know, Queen Elizabeth was about an hour and a half long.
Yeah.
He cut his a lot shorter.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you could see it bouncing up and down quite a bit.
Yeah.
And, you know, you think, oh, do I really want to be in that, you know? But, yeah, I mean, it is pretty impressive.
With the rain in that, I expect he stayed dry. So I think here you can see the mass bands and everything. I think there's 40 sovereign nations attended this. About 400 armed forces were on on duty. I think I had down 19 different bands playing.
Yeah. There was I think it was 4,000 military in all, wasn't it, today?
4,000 in all, yep, with all the 40 sovereigns as well, sovereign states. I think there was something like 29,000 police on duty as well. So yeah, massive presence. And like as I say, you had the sort of horse guards, the foot, the the air force, the navy, plus the sovereign states as well turning up. So there was a massive presence there, and a lot of things to get organised. I don't think we got a clip of it, but earlier in the morning we could see them all arriving to their sort of set destinations, and they were coming through the train barriers and marching over Westminster Bridge and coming in from all places. So it was quite a feat as well, just to get them in the right place.
Yeah, Prince William there in the follow-up carriage.
Yes.
It was quite impressive to watch, because obviously they're going through the streets of London. There were certain parts where the carriage would go down quite a narrow street, and that if you were there, you would only have been 10-15 foot away from him sat in that carriage. So that would have been pretty spectacular to see so up close. Because here in the Mall, although it's long, and you get people, and you get to see the spectacle from, it's a great view, but you are quite far back, and then you have got like a depth of people. So it's actually being on the street, I think, was a better crack. If you could have got it. But no, I mean, it was a spectacle to see. I mean, just everything looking. I mean, look at the horse was amazing. A lot of them are the sort of Arabian horses, aren't they? The Arab horses.
Arabs.
Everything's polished to the nth degree, isn't it? It's just everything's just so shiny and so perfect, and it went perfectly. There was no issue.
Perfectly, yep. No,
it's always good to see.
Yeah. So Prince William, Kate, and the children, they followed along in the Jubilee carriage again. I don't know if you've seen a clip of it or not, but Princess Anne was on horseback following behind the gold carriage. So that was quite a.
If my memory's right, I think they talk about it.
Right.
Here.
Okay.
So yeah, I think there she is. There she is.
Yeah.
Say it, right there. There she is.
And then she sat.
That's King Charles.
No, she's not sat side saddle. The Queen used to sit side saddle on Trooping the Colour for many years until she sort of stopped riding horses altogether. But I mean, she is a very keen horse rider.
Prince George, so obviously you've got Charles, then you've got his son William, then you've got William's son George, who's 9. He was actually carrying the robe, wasn't he, behind King Charles on the way in and on the way out, which was quite, it's quite a big job for him, to do.
I know,
as well.
It's still quite young as well.
9.
But I mean, it looked great. All the young members of the royal family, all in the sort of red suits and the black suits, or black tunics. Okay, so
we'll move it on a little bit, just whilst we can.
So then, just go back a slight bit, mate, where he stood outside. So just a bit forward. Oh, look at Deborah Meadham from the. Oh, hello! They've gone all over the place, all over there. So this here is in the garden out the back of Buckingham Palace, where all the armed forces gathered to give 3 cheers. Yes. Again, this was a impressive bit of synchronised cheering.
It was. It was excellent, actually. I mean, if we can get the cheers, that would be fantastic, wouldn't it?
Looks like cut out the main bit.
No, I'm not sure.
Looks like that was
I think, if I remember rightly, I think. Oh.
Yeah, they've cut it out because you could see him going back in. But yeah, the regimental sergeant major there, the chap on the right with the big thing on his arm, he sort of shouted out 3 cheers for the king. But even just getting all them sort of aligned in there was quite an impressive feat. I mean, both of their gowns were pretty impressive, weren't they? They had about six young members of the royal family behind, sort of carrying the capes in.
There he comes with the traditional wave on the balcony that we all sort of wait for, and there's everybody.
Look at that. Yeah,
outside
down
Buckingham
the
Palace.
old Pall Mall. If you've seen my video on Patreon, I'll talk about that. Impressive. I mean, that does look very good. Obviously, you know, such a traditional site up there.
It's
yeah,
weird
I don't know
actually,
what
because
it's
obviously we've only ever seen the Queen come out, really,
Yes.
haven't we, on the balcony, you know. So it's the first time, I think, you know, they've come out without the Queen, isn't it? So it's quite a moment.
Yes, don't think they've done. So it says here that sort of Charles will be the oldest monarch ever to be crowned at this coronation. The chair that he used at the investiture was a 7-year-old chair, and I've got down here that amongst lavish food buffet that was laid out was by George IV in 1821. That had 7 tons of meat and over 1,600 chickens. The final bill would have been over 20 million in today's money. Our new king has opted for coronation chicken, hasn't he?
Yes, we've got a few things, and coronation quiche as well, I believe.
Yes, coronation quiche with coronation chicken. So yeah, he kept it a bit simpler. So coronation
standard.
chicken is chicken with curry, isn't it?
That's right, yeah. Curry chicken, pretty much.
Curry chicken.
And then we got the red arrows here that we've
Fly
also
by,
done
yeah,
on the channel.
flypast. We have
chatted
indeed,
around.
yeah. No, none of the older ones. Sometimes they bring in the Lancasters and the Spitfires, and they used to have the Concorde flying in the middle as well, many years back.
They wanted it, but unfortunately, because of the weather over the North Sea, they were going to line them all up and bring them in. The weather was so bad that they could only afford the helicopters and the Red Arrows today. They couldn't bring any of the, you know, the Spitfires, your Lancaster
probably because of the low cloud and stuff like that, you know, and visibility, etc. A lot going on up there for old planes to be flying around. So all in all, it was a pretty good day. I mean, on Thursday I was wandering around there without all the crowds, and it was good to see it all getting set up, and there was a lot of police presence, and you could see all the camera tents being set up for all the broadcasting. I think you know, there's been some sort of hoo-ha about the final bill being around about £100 million, etc., etc. I don't know how much did the country recoup on tourists and cucumber sandwiches on the day. So you know, it's all swings and roundabouts.
And we've got concerts to look forward to tomorrow night. I know Lionel Richie's going to be playing, and Katy Perry.
He is. Yeah, I just got tickets to Lionel down at Taunton for June.
Yeah, so
another one.
Fun.
Yeah, so there's quite a few headliners on there.
Nice tomorrow. We've got some nice weather in the UK tomorrow.
Lovely now.
Today. Oh, is it really? Not here. Still raining. And we've got a street party down my street tomorrow as well. So that'll be
cucumber sandwiches and quiche.
Yeah, why not? I'm not sure why. It should have been really either today or in the evening, but because I don't actually think there's much going on tomorrow afternoon, but we'll see.
No,
all good fun.
Keeps the weekend going, doesn't it? And we've got a bank holiday Monday as well. Bonus. Hey.
Happy days.
Oh, happy days.
So there you go. There's a bit around our King Charles coronation here in the UK today. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Proud to be British. Really enjoyed, you know, watching it on the big screen here, and good luck.
Hope you enjoyed it out there wherever you've been watching it. Yeah, good luck to him.
And he did ask us all to pledge to him as well, to serve him.
Yes.
You know, of which, you know, God save the King. Absolutely.
Indeed.
All right. So there you go. Let us know in the comments. Did you stay up and watch it if you're in America? What about
I know Janelle was up early. Well, not
Janelle.
up early. She was up late because she's in Australia. But she said hello from Australia.
So let us know in the comments if you've watched any of it, or if this maybe is the first time you've seen some of it. So do let us know. We always read them. Have a great day, everybody, wherever you are.
Indeed.
Until tomorrow.
Wave your flags out. Wave your flags out. Wave your flags out.
Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from him.
And him.
And him.
He's a 20th century boy.